Hey, how are you? Today, I'm going to talk about the like an ADC, so additional domain controller, right? So why we need that? What is the benefit of ADC? Why we have more than one ADC? So it depend on like your company, so we can make ADC, additional domain control, many. Right? So I'm working on a Hyper-V right now, right? So see here, I'm making one ADC already, and this one is my second ADC, right? This one is off, and this DC, this is also called ADC, primary domain controller, PDC, right? But I just put here like a DC1, so domain control, right? So this one and this one is running right now, right? So why we need this one? Let's talk about that first, okay? So, ADC. See here, I made one is DC here, right? One is ADC. So ADC is second or third, or fourth. You can make any, right? So how many we need? So depending on your work, depending on your company, how big is, right? So the server, so that holds a copy of Active Directory. So everybody knows about that, right? Every Active Directory. So if I talk about the AD means I'm hoping he know about like an ADC, Active Directory, sorry. So if you create Active Directory in this DC, right? This is a main domain. So that copy or replicate the data in ADC, right? So that means you can say, in one word, this is a copy of DC. That's it. This is a simple definition of ADC, right? Nothing else. So why we need that? So first of all, I would say here, I wrote here everything, so I will go and tell you about that, right? The benefit or like an advantage of ADC, high availability, fault tolerance, right? If your only DC goes offline, so offline means hardware flare, and the updates or crash, anything happen, right? This is a electronic thing, so anything can happen anytime, right? So that's why we need backup, or we can say ADC is a backup domain control also, right? So user uses user cannot log in if your DC is goes off or goes down, right? So in that way, ADC, uh, take care about the take care your user. I mean, like a user can log in even whenever your DC goes down, in that way, right? First of all, that, so that means high availability. So that's why we create ADC. Second, load balancing in busy office, right? So one server might struggle. So if you have one server and 500 user in one time try to log in that time, that will be very busy, and your server goes a little bit slow, right? So one server might struggle with hundreds of login requests, right? So in one time, this is a machine, so but even machine cannot handle everything what you're thinking, right? So ADC share the login, right? So I'm talking load balancing is one of the benefit of ADC, right? The third is our geographical performance, right? If you have a branch office in another city and ADC placed there, right, allow user to authenticate locally instead of sending data over a slow one link, right? So I this is almost like a same thing, what I said is if thousand or like 500 people are like and try to log in from one domain controller. Beside that, so if they try to like from the both side, so it's easier and like they can do faster, right? Same thing here. So if you have like a branch office, so in another place, so that DC or domain controller also handle your that load, right? And they can instead of like instead sorry easily, so they can log in the computer, right? That's the other another benefit of like your ADC. And fourth is like maintenance without downtime. So that means, so without losing downtime, you can restart one DC for updates, right? Suppose you are like in doing something here, right? And your DC is down and your ADC is on. In that case, if something happened here, so this user can log in from this ADC. So this is a like benefit of like ADC, right? And if you compare like a PDC and ADC, I mean like a DC and ADC, I wrote here PDC, so we can say like a primary domain also, right? That's why I wrote here. So comparison, so feature, so database, right? Database, see, primary first DC. In DC, so holds the original AD database, definitely, right? And in ADC, so in ADC, so ADC holds a synchronized replica, right? Just I already said like this is a copy of ADC, right? That's it. And role often holds FSMO roles by default. I hope so you guys know about this FSMO, right? So who I already mentioned, like this one is a little bit like advanced type. So if you are like a learner or of server, so you have to like search for this one, okay? And can take over MSMO role if needed. So in normal word, I would like simply I would say role means like suppose this is a monitor, right? A class monitor, suppose class monitor. If something this we can like give the monitor role in other person also in class, right? In a school class, same thing we can do here. So that's the role of this one. So this one is a replica of DC. That's why this ADC can take the like role of FSMO, right? So this could be like take the like some some other rights from DC to ADC, right? And the user login handle authentications, load sharing, that I already talked about here. I don't want to talk again. So if it is fail, network stop. If alone, network stay up via ADC. So that also I talk about here. If something happened to like an ADC, sorry, DC, so ADC can handle that. That's it. Okay, so what I want to do now, so this is like a theory, right? So I want to show you like how we can uh, install the like ADC, right? So for that, let's go to like our DC here. I already create like my ADC here, right? See, this one is already run. So because I don't want to like and take the time to like install this one, right? So Windows Server, so that's why I already install that, right? This is ADC. So here name on here, see ADC2, right? And I have another one that is a PDC. I will show you here. This is ADC. Okay, also this one I will close. and this is ADC, right? My ADC, and what is that? PDC is here. See, this is my DC, right? This is my DC, and I have here already, you know, active. Sorry, Active Directory, right? So my domain is because I'm doing this one is offline, right? So I'm using like an internal, network. So I don't need like any internal internet right now. I don't want to do that. So internal, network also you can do this lab. Okay, lab.local. This is my domain, and here is my OU. Where I made like IT admin, marketing, sales, right? I made a like in one user here, so we can create the another user here too. So here is a user also, right? Here is I didn't do anything. Okay, so this is our Active Directory already, and I have here, you can see in this point, I have a DNS also, right? So let's set up that in our this ADC right here. So for that, just click here. Before that, so we need some things to do. Suppose static IP, we need that, right? For server always, that. So, and we need like a DNS setting also, right? DNS setting is let's see here in our DC. I will go here, ncpa.cpl, right? Here you can see properties, and here I can see here, right? Address is like our IP is like 192.168.2.2, right? And this is our DNS here, right? Same thing we have to use. See here, I already added here DNS, more DNS, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to add 6 because this one is I'm adding, the other, I have here another, server also. So CDC, and this one I will, talk about later, next, class. And this is ADC. I already made that. This one is I'm, going to install, and CDC, RODC. So this one also I added there. So that's why you can see a lot of, DNS here, right? But we have to create 1.2.6. Okay. So I will add here one more, 192.168.2.6, because we have to add this DNS in our main server, okay, in our DC. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Close, close, and just refresh here because this is my DC, right? I added that DC, IP in my main domain controller also. I mean, like a main DC, a PDC also, right? So here, let's go to set up the like an arrow IP, okay, and a DNS. ncpa.cpl. Go here, double click properties, and here just turn off this one, okay, 6. We don't need that. Properties. Here, IP is our 192.168.2.6, right? We need this. We don't need like gateway here. So that's why I want to put here main, our DC IP address 192.168.2.2, not a 6, right? I put here first 2 here, 192.168.2.6. You can put here now. And advanced, if you need, you can add, right? I'm going to add one more, right? So 192.168.2.3, add 192.192.34, and also 1, I want to add that to 5, okay? Because this one you don't have to do, but like I have already, so that's why I'm just adding that, okay? You just need to do these two first if you are going to like added additional domain, right? So DC2, ADC2, right? So that's why I'm keeping here like a DNS both. Okay, close, close, and refresh. Now, what do you do? this the ADC could can talk to our DC or not. We have to check that. Okay, CMD, you have to go here and just ping them. Okay, our DC is 192.168.2.2, this one, right? Let's ping this. Pinging, right? We can ping from here. Okay, so that means these are connected. And one more thing we have to do, that is change the name of your DC. So for that, dm.cpl, sysdm.cpl, right here. This is a shortcut. Okay, you can go here, system properties, change ADC to, I put like this. Okay, just okay. Okay, close and restart now. Now go to put your password here, right? Okay, your password is come here, right? And now we change our DC name, right? I'm like a ADC2 for this computer, right? This server. Okay, wait for some time here, because let's see. So we can add the role right now here. See, check it out, the role and server group. We have only file and server service, local server, all server, something like that also, right? We need a ADC, right? And DNS here, right? So for that role, let's see, I do one more time like in the refresh here, because we need 2.6, 192.168.2.6 IP address for this PC. Next, next. If you can see 2.6 here, you have to refresh this one. Okay, cancel this one and refresh this one. Okay, now next. Now here we have to, I already mentioned that we have to add Active Directory domain, right? This one, this we have to add, plus we have to add DNS, both we need. Okay, these two, right? Now next, 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 and just choose this one, restart, yes, install now. Okay, this one is finished, right? So now it says promote this server to domain controller, right? We have to do that, right? This is the main thing we have to do. So you can do from here and there. Okay, so you can click here or you can go from here, it's the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to click here, and for promote, what I have to do, we have to uh, three option here. One is forest, one is add a new domain, and one is add a domain controller to existing domain. So what is forest, what is tree, what is domain, I already make that video in my YouTube channel, so you can go and check that. Okay, and we need this one because we are making making like a replica, right? I mean a copy of main domain. So that's why I'm going to choose this one and just select here, and here you have to write down here the credential administrator, right, at the rate lab.local. This is my domain name. Okay, this is, if you have a different domain, write down that, and password, and okay, we should have to see here, see this domain name, this mail lab.local. I didn't make that, but this is our main, right? So mail, that is, I already make CDC, that's why you can see that here. All the domain you can see here. This one I will tell you later, next video. So right now we are making ADC, that's why we have to choose the main domain lab.local. Okay, and next. Now here, see, we are not making like a read only RODC. This one I made in another one, but we didn't have to do that, right? Now we need only like password for this one. You can write down your password here. You can write same password, no problem, for the like training, but like in the company they put like different password. Okay, next. Okay, so here just put the like this one we have to do later for the next video. So just put next, right? Any domain control, see here. So here we have to choose, right? So we have replica from which domain. We have to make a replica of our main domain, this one, right? We have ADC also, right? See, this one is, I made that already, that's why. Otherwise you can see only this one, okay? Because this is our main domain, we have to make a replica from DC1. Okay, just choose that. Next, this is your database folder, login, log file, and sysvol folder. So this is a main folder where these data are live, right? You can see, you can find these data or folder in this address. You can write down that if you need, otherwise next. So everything is good here, right? So I just go for the like a next, and wait for some time here. This will check, and then I'm going to like install that. Okay guys, see, so this one is done, right? Successfully. Prerequisite checks pass, everything is pass, install, begin install, right? Install. So this is a very important message, okay, here. So you have to see that when you making your server, additional server, any, okay. Okay, so this one is installed already. So, and it says like the computer is being restarted because Active Directory domain service was installed or removed, right? So this will going to restart again. So you have to restart that, right? So, and let's see, let's try to like log in here. Use your like a same username and password, right? So administrator is like our username, password is your password, right? What you chose before. So let's see, this will give you like everything here or not. Okay, this one is coming here, server manager, right? So wait for some time. So this one is loading here, everything here. So here, wait for that. Okay, we need like a 3 more maybe. So that is coming. So wait for that. See, like this, right? So ADDC and DNS, right? Domain service here, like a DNS, or everything like in a copy from our DC, right? So let's see. So can we see that DNS or not? DNS here and user and computer. Let's see. So before that, I will show you here in my DC. This is my DC. Let's see here. Can I see that users or not? First, right? So here is our company, right? Here is a 1, 2, 3, our OU, and I made here like marketing, sales, right here. See this kind, right? This in users, right? So let's see in our ADC I have same thing or not. That is a main thing. Okay, I will go here and check this one. Okay, and let's see. Just click here. Okay, lab.local, this is my domain, and this is company that comes, and ADC, IT admin, I didn't make anything. Marketing, I have 2. Sales, I have 2, right? See, everything is copied. Let's see the computer also. Here is 2 computer, right? Already. So and where is domain here? Domain here, see, we have a 5 already, right? This one I didn't make rename, so that's why it's coming like that. Let's see our in our DC we have a domain, same here, right? So there is a 1 is extra, so so we can I made like an extra one, so that's what now is coming here when I do like refresh here. See everything. So let's try if I made anything change in ADC that reflect to our DC or not. That is the main thing, right? If not, so that's not good, right? So let's make a one user in IT admin, okay? Just you can click here or right click and new and computer, okay? Here I will say IT, let's first make okay, right click and a new and another computer user, sorry, here, and the username is user1. I will put like this. IT user1 is username, for IT guy, and password I will take out this and never expire. This is the password. Next, finished. Okay. So most of the time, if you keep these, users in group, that will be good. Okay. So for the group, you can click here or right click, new, and user group here. See, group. Okay. Group is IT admin group, like this, and choose this one is default. Don't toss anything here. Let's go here and right click and properties and member, sorry, member, and add what is our username, IT user, just like this. Don't write full, so just check here, so it will give you all the full usernames with like a domain. And okay, so this user I added in this group, IT admin group. Okay, so you can add member of, add member of remote, just write remote. You can see here remote user, this one, right? Okay, and you can write down here domain, also domain user, like this, because we are adding this user to this group. Okay, we have to put this to group. Okay, this is extra things, so I'm just doing. Let's try to use this user and check this user first, that is like display on our DC or not. Let's see. So I'm going to here, nothing here, right? Just refresh here. See, this one is come here, right? So that means this is a, if you make anything change here, that replicate or that copy in ADC, if you make or change anything in ADC, that change in here also. I mean, both are same, right? So now I want to try this IT user and try to connect that any one computer. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use this one. Right click, connect my computer. I already made that computer. You guys do that too. Okay, because I don't want to take a long time. So if I go to install new computer, that takes a long time. Okay. Okay, here, see. So here is a thing. So always if I go to, see here, sometime what happened, my username is IT user one, right? This one, @lab.local, right? If I try 3, right? See, this one is not connected, cannot, right? But so I made this, and now what I do, go here, view, and this enhance sessions, just turn off this one. Okay, and let's try. I will try to next one. Okay, here, others, it user 1 at the rate lab dot local. Let's try. See, we can do that now. This is the first time, so this user is logging, so that's why you have to see this message here. Okay, this one is come over here. See, so this is our Windows, right? Now you guys can see that this user can log in, right, easily. So in this way we can log in using the this user. But what the main thing is if what we learn here, so if this DC is down right now, is both are like running, right? See, so if this one is down, can these users log in or not? Let's test that. Okay, and I'm going to shut down this DC. Okay, so I want to close this one, everything. I will go to see here, this is DC, right? I'm going to close this one and shut down. Okay, continue. I'm shut down this one. See, this one I'm going to close, right? And go to here, and this one I'm everything is like stop. And this one also I'm going to close, turn off before turn off, so you can do from here, okay, easily. So go here and shut down, power, shut down. Okay, just want to show everything. Okay, close this one. See, my ADC, only ADC is running, right? My DC is off. Now I'm going to run this one again, connect, right? And let's start, connect. Okay, now let's see here first. Okay, so just connect this one. Let's see here, this one, if this enhanced session is here, just turn off. Okay, otherwise you can log in. So this is a in Hyper-V you can see that a lot. So I'm going to write down here it user 1 at the rate lab dot local, because I'm writing here full name here, because you can write just it user 1 only, but I have a another uh, domain also, so that is for a mail, so that's why sometimes it doesn't take, so that's why I'm writing this one whole. Okay, so if you have just one domain, don't write this one, you don't need that. Okay, password here, let's try. This must be login. I mean we authenticate from ADC, right? So I already mentioned that. So I already shut down this DC. We have just only running this one right now, right? See, this one is login. Now we can log in from here. If I try to CMD ping 192.168. Sorry, ping 192.168.2.6. That is our 6. This is replying. So in this way we can install our ADC, right? ADC. And I already mentioned that ADC, why we uh, make a ADC and what is a benefit, and we comparing here already, right? ADC is replica of DC, right? And this can hold role of MF, FSMO role also, and this user can authenticate, login, sharing, right? Handle this ADC handle the logins, authentication also, right? So and then if this DC is fail, so this can give you login authorize, right? So in this way, so this ADC is done. So if you have any questions, you can comment me. I will reply you. And next class, I will make a video for RODC or CDC. Okay, so this is one I'm going to make. So this way you can do that. Okay, thank you.